Hello, ESS crew. It's Kara Lenorovitz, and welcome back to week 11 of our second segment. Again, we are getting very close to the end of the year, and we have a break coming up soon. So hang in there, keep up your great pace, keep up your great effort, and know that you are close to the finish line. In terms of housekeeping this week, there are a couple of updates. As usual, please do continue to use the weekly learning plan for guidance and further information about some of your assignments. Our Thursday synchronous session will happen this week. Sorry, that should say on 4/8. So please do join us. You'll see some tips in the weekly learning plan for what to include or what to have ready for that particular day on Thursday. Office hours this week, there is a slight change. I will be out for medical reasons on Monday and Tuesday this week. So there will be no office hours this week on Tuesday morning. There are office hours available on Wednesday afternoon from 1 to 3. So if you do need help, please go ahead and sign up and reserve a time for yourself. I will also be available via email if you need to reach out that way. And in terms of upcoming stuff, absolutely, we are really close to the end. You are going to be wrapping up Module 8 this week into next week and starting with Module 9, which is our last module. You also have a collaboration project ahead of you on the horizon, but we are getting very close to tying things up this year. I do also want to let you know, as we've been discussing for the last couple of weeks, if you have work that is more than 2 weeks past due, last week I went through the gradebook and anything that is more than 2 weeks past due has been replaced with a 0. Please know a couple of things about that. As VTVLC teachers and as a program, we wanted to make sure that you had the most up-to-date view of your progress in class, because right now you still have lots and lots of time to address anything that might be missing. So the second thing I want you to pay attention to there is that if you have a 0 for something, it doesn't mean that that assignment is done or that you don't have to pay attention to it. It means that it needs your attention and you can absolutely go back and resubmit that assignment for an actual grade. So know those are areas that you'll need to pay attention to, and you want to make sure you're doing that so that you can finish with as best of possible performance as you're heading through the end of this year. I also want to just bring attention to the fact that we are getting very close to April break. As with February break, and as with other breaks this year, all of our school districts don't quite align in terms of schedule. So you may find that your April break happens the week prior to mine. The way that we're going to handle this is that on April 12th, I will assign a weekly learning plan. It will be due on April 27th. So you're going to have a 2-week window of time in which to finish that weekly learning plan's work. I will officially be on break from April 17th to April 25th. So just as before in February break and other breaks this year, during that time, we won't have synchronous sessions and there won't be office hours available. So I want to just get you thinking about that so that you can start to plan ahead a little bit. This coming week, however, is absolutely normal. So we're going to move forward and take a look at that. So you have 3 things that you're going to be focusing on in addition to coming to class this week. The first is your Module 8 DBA. Because of the timing of the finish of this module and the start of April break, we don't have the opportunity to do the same kind of synchronous small group meeting that we have been doing. So for this particular module, we're going to do something a little bit different. We did it once in semester 1 as well, and that is we're going to do an asynchronous Module 8 DBA. You're going to have 3 different choices of format options for how you work on Module 8's DBA. You can either write a 1-page essay, you can do a 3-slide presentation, or you can do a 1 to 2 minute screencast video. Your choice. Regardless of which one of those formats you choose, you're going to be focusing on the question, how does our sun influence the conditions in our solar system? So you've been learning about all sorts of different aspects of the solar system, and you now know, of course, that our solar system is heliocentric. The sun is in the center, and the sun's size and the sun's conditions influence what things are like on different planets. Everything from gravity to the amount of energy they receive, to whether or not we see solar or lunar eclipses. So you're going to be thinking about all of those aspects as you put that piece together to give a well-defended answer to that question. I'm going to ask that when you come to class this Thursday, you come with you, bring with you your choice of which one of those 3 formats. Again, either a 1-page essay, 3-slide presentation, or a video screencast that you think you're going to be doing for that DBA. Second job this week is engineering design. You're going to continue to work on the next phase of your engineering design project. You've either chosen water scarcity or air pollution or space exploration. Probably regardless of which one of those aspects and challenges you've thought of, you're going to need to specify your problem a little bit further. There are lots of sources of air pollution. There are lots of reasons that water is scarce, and there are lots of different ways we could explore space. So know that one of the things you might need to do is just go back to that problem and specify a little bit which aspect of it is most interesting to you. Then you're going to be weighing and evaluating several different solutions to that really big problem that you're focusing on. You're going to think about strengths and weaknesses and any barriers to implementing those solutions. As you're considering the proposed solutions in the lesson, you probably are going to find that you're going to need to go back and do a little further research so that you can really fairly evaluate and weigh those particular solutions. Your third job is going to be starting on Module 9. So you're going to, as we have all along, take a pre-test. In this case, our module is going to be about the geosphere to give yourself and me just a little bit of information about what you already know about this topic. Please know that even though you have not yet finished Module 8, you will have access to that 9.00 pretest. So know that yes, absolutely, you will have an exam for Module 8, but you can jump into Module 9 and get started on the pretest as soon as you are ready. That's the next thing that we have is attending class. So on Thursday, I look forward to seeing all of us back together again. We're going to do a couple different things. We're going to explore the current phase of the moon. We're going to be thinking and sharing a little bit about our current engineering design process. We're also going to talk a little bit about Module 8's DBA. And then absolutely, we are also going to explore some engineering design with a real world problem that literally brought most of the world to a standstill. So I look forward to seeing all of you in class on Thursday. Let's take a look at the weekly learning plan. All right, as usual, there's an introduction at the very beginning just to give you some context. You'll see the learning objectives for this week. Note that we're really wrapping up most of the new content pieces for Module 8 already. You're adding in a little bit about engineering and then the new learning objectives for Module 9. Communication reminders and pacing, and then your to-do list. So you will see the last time we were together, our presentation, so you have access to that. You're going to see the information there about the Mod 8.07 module DBA. Make sure you are bringing with you your selection of which format you're working on. You can certainly start it as you're heading into this week as well. And please know that your module DBA is your ticket to getting access to the Module 8 exam. So please make sure you have it done and you have it turned in by the due date, which is Tuesday, April 13th. If that's the case, you will have access to that Module 8 exam next Wednesday, the 14th. So make sure you're following through in a timely manner there. Second job that's listed here is Engineering Design Part 3. So again, you can complete that before your Module 8 exam. So know that even though they're out of order in terms of numbers, you can proceed with those. Make sure you read all parts of the lesson, and then you're going to complete and submit 8.09. And then you're also going to take your Geosphere pretest. As well, we're going to see each other for class on Thursday. Please come prepared to share what phase the moon is and what topic or format you are going to use for your DBA. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about your engineering project, and if you happen to have thought of another song that includes the moon in it, you can bring that with you to class on Thursday as well. Office hours, again, reminder this week that there won't be any available on Tuesday, but I will be around and available to chat with you on Wednesday. And then if you take a look forward, you can see that we're going to be finishing up Module 8, continuing to work on your engineering project, and digging into Module 9. So here's our quick recap. In addition to coming to class this week, your 8.07 Module 8 DBA, which is asynchronous, 8.09, which is your next phase of your engineering design project, and 9.00, which is your pretest for our Module 9 on Geosphere. Again, you're going to come to class on Thursday. Please make some observations between now and then so that you know what phase the moon will be in on Thursday. Be ready to share your DBA format choice, so whether it's an essay, a slideshow, or a screencast video. And optional, if you've thought of another song that includes the moon, bring that with you as well. You can, of course, reach out for help if you need it. Otherwise, I will see you on Thursday, and I hope you have a great week.